नहीं तो तुम्हारा बैकग्राउंड कुछ और है। यहाँ यहाँ तुम इस प्राइवेट जॉब में चले गए, फिर गवर्नमेंट जॉब में चले गए, अब इसको छोड़ के यहाँ आ रहे हो। वो कहेंगे अब इसको छोड़ के भी तुम जाओगे तो क्या क्या मतलब गारंटी है। Peer pressure and all these things are saying that do the government job. So I joined the Department of Post and clear the SSC exam. But I found that it is not my true desire that I want to do, and it is the IB that actually serving my desire. So good evening, everyone. So during this session, we will know about the IB interview. Each and every procedure that will be followed on your real interview. We will discuss each and every aspect in little bit detail so that you will be well prepared for your actual interview, right? So we will start from first thing. First thing will be your DV, document verification. At the time of your interview, before your interview actually, it may be on on the same day that your document verification will happen. After document verification, you have to fill SSQ. It is basically a questionnaire that you have to fill before your actual interview, actually before your psychological test. So during in this SSQ, you will have to mention each and every detail and try do not hide anything from the interviewer and from this SSQ, because it is a IB job, intelligence bureau job, and it is a very prominent and highly risky job. So interviewer and the board and the IB department itself expect from their candidate that they will not hide any information from them. So it is a suggestion that do not hide anything. Means if any court case is running, if any court case is pending in the court, so against you, so mention that thing in your SSQ. If you are working in any department, in a government department, so mention that in SSQ, irrespective of you will get NOC or not, but you have to mention each and every detail in a right manner and in truly manner, right? So it is SSQ. It is the first procedure that will happen, that will follow before your interview, right? After it, there is a psychological test. Anybody know what is psychological test? Okay, psychological test, and it is there is no marks of this psychological test, and you do not have to qualify this exam. It is just to check your psychology. So there is 150 questions in this psychological test, and it is a computer based test. 150 questions in this psychological test, and you have to answer this 150 question in 5 minutes. So you do not have time to manipulate the answer of this question. It is an MCQ type of question. You do not have to write, or you do not have to type anything over the computer. It is just you have to tick one thing out of the 3 or 4 options. So there is a suggestion, and it will be given to you before your actual psychological test. Then do not take neutral stand. There is an option in this in these 150 question, kind of neutral, means you don't know, you are not taking any side. The question that will be asked in this psychological test. So neutral stand, avoid taking neutral stand because it will not reflect your psychology, right? So avoid taking neutral stand and uh, take the stand that you believe is true, right? Don't try to manipulate anything, because in this 150 question, there is chances, and that will happen, that the question will repeat again and again. So once you click the mark that you believe in a Mao strategy, right? And in another, and once this question it will repeat again after 70 question, and you will forget that you have already answered this one, and at that time you favored the Mao strategy, and this time you are going against this strategy. So try to take your stand but you actually believe, right? So it is basically check that you are not trying to manipulate your interviewer, your psychologist. So first suggestion that my friend gave, to all of you guys, then don't try to manipulate things. Take your own stand and stick to them, right? There is no marks of this psychological test. You do not have to qualify this psychological test, but this psychological test will serve as the base of interview, because there is 3 person in the panel and 1 person is IPS officer, will be second will be psychologist, and 3rd person may be the IPS or the officer from the IB department. So this psychologist will not ask you anything. He told me that the psychologist will not ask you anything. He will just gaze you, and that gaze will be very deeper. So he recommended to all of you candidates that do not try to look into the eyes of the psychologist. Just focus on the interviewer that asked the question, and take 1 or 2 look while you are answering the question, right? So this is the panel, and your interview will last minimum 5 minutes to maximum 10 minutes. So there is very less chance that they will ask too much question during the interview. The first question definitely will be about yourself. So prepare this question thoroughly, right? And this about yourself will be your stand actually, that you will answer during the psychological test and SSQ question. So everything will be in a line. Don't try to manipulate anything, because you will not be able to do that, right? So this is the first question about yourself, and while you are answering the hobbies, they will definitely ask one question about your hobbies. So that's why I asked your hobby, this Rakesh Meena. So this is the thing, and yes, get the basic knowledge of IB department from Wikipedia, right? And basic knowledge हो गया, yes, and hierarchy, ranking system, it will be available in Wikipedia also, right? So 2 things you must know about the department and the ranking that you will follow, like AB, IB, ACIO, and thereafter DCIO, or like that, right? And 3 questions will definitely ask to you, at least one of them. Then first is, why IB? Why do you want to join IB? So try to align your answer with your hobbies, right? That like it is my instinct, or like Rakesh said that he want to travel, like Prince, it was Prince na, Prince said that he want to travel. So IB job and traveling job, knowing the thing and like exploring the new things, is aligning with the answer why IB, right? Second thing, they will ask you, and it will be in the SSQ question, that the exam you have filled and you are preparing for in your future, like attempting the UPSC or all this thing. So they will ask you, what if you will be selected in UPSC, then what will you do? So obviously the true answer is that we will definitely leave the job and join the UPSC. But don't say this thing to your interviewer that you will left that job. Say that it is my it is my desire to serve the nation, and IB is the best platform that I found to be served, and I have already joined the IB, so there is no mean to attempting any further. So that will be the answer. And yes, other exams, right? Other exams. Third is they will ask you why not private job, right? So basically all these three answer are interrelated. Why IB? Because why not private job is definitely related to why IB. The answer will be the same, because I like to do this or that, ये करके कर लेना, ठीक है, ये रहेगा totally. इसके बाद after that, okay, it is a 5-minute interview now, so that will be sufficient. These questions are definitely asked to you about yourself and why IB. You must answer these two questions very religiously, very thoroughly, means it will be connected to you somewhere, so that it will not like that I want to serve the nation. Yes, you want to serve the nation, everybody want to serve the nation, even a private person is also serving the nation by paying taxes, right? So there is no mean to join the IB is not the only platform to serve the nation. So that will be the counter that they will put again, put in front of you. So ये हो गया. हाँ, he suggested two things, because what he experienced, that the person who appeared for the interview when he was appearing, so he said that the person was not in the formal dress. So he suggested you must be confident while entering the room, don't show any sign of weakness, right? And dress code, it must be very good, means like for the boys, wearing coat and pant and with a tie and white shirt, like the formal dressing style, that will be the best. And for the girls, wearing the sari will be the best, right? And try, do not show the sign of weakness, hesitation. So because you will be perform for the IB, so you must be very confident. If you are means lying, so lying with too much confident, try to do that, right? Practice it, because it will be happen only through the practice. And one more thing, he said that there is a plus point for the candidate who know more than two language, reading or writing, apart from native language and English. There will be the plus point if Dinakaran and Anjana know Hindi, because they know their native language Tamil, and if they know Hindi, so it will be the plus point, because he said that this question will be asked after joining, means when he was in the training period, he said this question was asked 2 or 3 times to all the candidate, means this basically there is a leverage, there is an advantage to the person who know more than two language, like that if a person know Gujarati reading or writing apart from Hindi or English, so there is a means very good opportunity to serve that, to post that person to the Gujarat area, right? So that's why he said that it is a plus point. If anybody is know more than two language, so tell them, means it will be including in your introduction part. And focus on your strength and weaknesses. And this interview is not too much like it is not too difficult, because there is only 5 minutes. And he said that do not try to read, like if somebody is from mechanical field, so don't think that they will ask the core question from the mechanics. So just have the basic knowledge is enough. If somebody is from the IR field, international relation, if somebody is doing masters in international relations, so it is an advice to know the current affair. And it is a general advice for all of the candidates to read newspaper, especially the IR issues, political issues, etc., and have a stand. It is possibility that they will ask this question, especially the current affair news. So that's all. He said that, and he wished you, and I also wishing you good luck. And that's all. If anybody asked, if anybody want to ask any question, they can. हाँ राकेश बोलो.
सर डीबी आप सर हमको क्या सारे क्वेश्चन अटेम्प्ट करने हैं 150 के 150?
हाँ 150 के 150 मतलब ये तुम्हारा ना बेसिकली वो सेट करेगा लाइक तुम किस टाइप के पर्सन हो.
तो इसमें जैसे एक क्वेश्चन में 2 सेकंड मिलेंगे.
हाँ मतलब जैसे ही देखा टिक करना है, देखते ही टिक करना है. Means you have very less time to think. That's why means psychological test means if somebody is thinking before the question, so there is a chances that the person will manipulate their behavior. But if there is a very less chance, so it is means kind of impossible to manipulate the things. So that's why psychological test is before taking the interview, they are checking you basically, your mindset, your ideology, means what you think about the topics, what you think about the religion, what you think about the polity, what you think about the philosophies. So it is all about that thing. So that's why they are giving you very less time, 2 सेकेंड. ठीक है.
सर और ये इसमें जैसे हम लोग काफी बार ऐसा हो जाता है ना कि हम लोग हिपोक्रेटिक डिसीजन ले लेते हैं ऐसा वगैरह.
वो तुम
तो उसमें भी
वो तुम चाह के भी नहीं मैनिपुलेट कर पाओगे. इसीलिए मैं कह रहा हूँ कि ना फर्स्ट तुम जो स्टैंड तुम्हारा है वही रखना, क्योंकि वो तुम मैनिपुलेट कर ही नहीं पाओगे. ऐसे ही होता है, तो तुम मैनिपुलेट कर ही नहीं पाओगे. तो जो अपने स्टैंड्स है ना वो फर्स्ट डे से क्लियर करना कि मेरे क्या स्टैंड है, किस टॉपिक को लेके. पहले मतलब अभी से चालू कर देना कि मैं किस टॉपिक के बारे में क्या सोचता हूँ, क्या सही होना चाहिए. जो सही होना चाहिए वो सोचना चालू कर देना, तो तुम्हारी साइकोलॉजी अपने आप चेंज होती रहेगी. मैंने मतलब थोड़ा बुक रीडिंग करता हूँ, तो साइकोलॉजी के ऊपर मैंने काफ़ी बुक रीडिंग करी है. मेरे को थोड़ी खुद की चेंज करनी थी. तो तुम अभी से ना जो टॉपिक्स हैं उनके बारे में सोचना चालू करो, और सोचो कि सही चीज़ क्या है, व्हाट इज़ द राइट थिंग टू डू. और वो सही चीज़ को सोच के उसी को सोचना चालू कर दो, तुम्हारी साइकोलॉजी अपने आप धीरे धीरे वैसी बनने चालू हो जाएगी. तो अगर वहाँ पे कुछ ऐसा क्वेश्चन आता है तुम ऑटोमेटिकली वही आंसर करोगे. लेकिन एग्जाम में जाके तुम सोचो कि कुछ कर दूंगा या रट लूंगा, रटने से साइकोलॉजी चेंज नहीं होती, सोचने से होती है. ठीक है. तो करंट अफेयर बेसिकली करंट अफेयर को देखना, उसको सोचना, बाकी जो थिंग है, बाकी जो चीज़ है वो जैसी है वो वैसी ही रहेगी, उसको तुम चेंज ही नहीं कर सकते. समझ रहे हो. जैसे हमारा मेडिकल है ना,
जी सर.
मेडिकल जब होता है, जैसे एयरफोर्स वगैरह में जाते हैं तो बहुत सारे बच्चे मेडिकल में रह जाते हैं, वो कर ही नहीं सकते मेडिकल को चेंज. अब किसी का बोन बढ़ा हुआ है, वो क्या कर लेगा. तो सेम साइकोलॉजी के साथ है, साइकोलॉजी को चेंज करना है तो थोड़ा सा थिंकिंग में चेंज लाना पड़ेगा. एक ABC करके कुछ होता है, बिहेवियर, एटीट्यूड, बिहेवियर देन करेक्टर, ऐसे करके कुछ होता है एथिक्स में. तो वही है कि हाँ ऐसे था कि एटीट्यूड, बिहेवियर कुछ था, चलो छोड़ो, उसको छोड़ो. जस्ट तुम टॉपिक्स को लेके क्लियर रहना, वहां पे छेड़छाड़ मत करना कि इसको नो लगा देता हूँ, इसको यस लगा देता हूँ, ऐसे करके मत करना. जो तुम सोचते हो वही लगाना, क्योंकि एक क्वेश्चन रिपीट होता है हर बार वहां पे. ठीक है. रिपीट होते हैं वहां पे क्वेश्चन, और जब रिपीट होगा तो तुम्हें पता भी नहीं चलेगा, क्योंकि इतनी जल्दी चल रही है चीजें वहां पे, 5 मिनट में 150 क्वेश्चन. ठीक है. इसका 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 डेमो मतलब हो जाएगा, इसका ये बताया था टेस्ट का नाम, वहां से हो जाएंगे क्वेश्चंस. ठीक है. और अंजना, डू यू हैव एनी डाउट.
Sir, good evening, sir.
Good evening.
Sir, I know only two languages, sir. Yes, it will definitely be a plus point if I have known other language. So, what am I to infer from that, sir? So, how to tackle that question? If asked?
Means they are not going to ask you that how many language do you know. It is
Yes,
a
sir.
thing, right? They will not going to ask you this question. But if you know, so there is a plus point. If you don't know, there is no issue at all.
Sir, should women, I mean, should girls or women aspirants wear sandals or shoes or slippers? Which one would be fine, sir?
It's depend on what you are wearing. Means if you are wearing coat pant, so there will be the best suit for the coat pant will be sandal, right? Or the shoes, ladies shoes. And if you are wearing sari, so there will be the best option will be the chappal that
Okay,
suit with the sari, right?
yes, sir.
So regarding the language only, I want to ask, जैसे I know basic French also. So should
Basic
I
French,
mention if they
yes,
ask?
you should. They are not going to ask you, but you should mention that I know sir basic French in your introduction in the
But
first
if
part.
there can be many counter questions, but I know just a basic level only.
So
I have
said
done
that.
a course from IIT Kanpur.
Mhm. So
So, but only level one I have done that.
so tell them that sir, I am learning this language and I am at level one, and means I am interesting to know about the language, so that's why I am learning this language. So ऐसे करके कर देना. So means the motive is to let them know that you know third language. अभी प्रिपेयर करना, थोड़ी सी प्रैक्टिस करना इन क्वेश्चंस के ऊपर, वाई आई बी वाले पे, ठीक है? इनके लिए अच्छा सा आंसर सोच लेना, क्योंकि अगर कोई तुम्हें आंसर प्रोवाइड करा रहा है ना, तो वहाँ प्रॉब्लम हो सकती है, क्योंकि वो आंसर 100 जने और ले लेंगे ना, और भी लोग हैं जो उसी सोर्स से वो करेंगे, क्योंकि सबके लिए तो एक आंसर तैयार नहीं करेगा.